Primordial
Xaurip
depths.
tribes. Lots of them. We're entering hostile territory.
I see red on the edge of the map over here. Oh, there's definitely enemies. Oh yeah, this is a Xaurip camp. Next to an abandoned tower. Ow. Slagheart melon. Cool stuff. That's the way in.
Quiet.
Well, that's the proper way in. Which means this is a fancy little side entrance. Yeah. This guy's all alone. What a shame. Well. Oh. Oh no, that's a priest. We don't need that. Stay still. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Great job. Beetle jerky. Ugh. Well, there's loot to grab. That's always fun. What do we have here? Engraved stone. This engraving, eroded by time, reads, "For those lost in construction, we dedicate this tower to them. Their bones strengthen the stone, and their hearts the land." Writings of Serena. Damn the most holy Nandru. I hope he was reborn as lake algae and pissed on by a flamingo. He gave us all the secrets of survival in this bright and bitter land. He did everything he could to give his followers a chance. His teachings had only one flaw. He exhorted us to write it all down. For 300 years he seemed so wise. Whenever there was doubt, our ancestors went back to the tablets. We and the faithless abandoned solace. Nandru's secrets did not flee with them. The tablets were too heavy to steal. The tablets outlived the death of the masters, so that the thread of their learning did not die with them. Solace endured on the foundation of those tablets. But after Theodore's folly, after the sack of the libraries, we lost so much. Well, perhaps not enough. Nandru's private writings survived. They trouble me. He had such doubts about why he came here, about why he did not go further. Oh, and some handwritten notes. A thick sheaf of paper consisting of hastily written notes consisting of what looks to be copies of passages from other texts, as well as the writer's own notes and questions. It seemed to be a handmade beginner's guide to animancy. The last crop of potatoes was small and somehow bright purple. I'm not sure how I did that, but I've disposed of the fertilizer I used on that batch. I've bought some new supplies in Paradise that I plan to slowly cycle in the newest batch. Water continues to be more scarce than I like, but it's hard to smuggle out enough to quench both my thirst and my farm without raising suspicion. Mina asked me about it in front of the others recently, but I think I was able to play it off. Why does she have to notice everything? It's usually so endearing, but I need her to pay less attention right now, at least until I've got something to show for all my experiments. And okay. I don't need your pots. Oh. Another way in. Oh, wow. I could have... Wait, was this the side I was in? No, this is the other side. Alright. I love the little cave paintings. Oh, twisted iron key. And a lockbox. That's going to be an unlocked box now. Well, we found evidence that someone, probably Petru, was doing an animancy. or trying to farm out here. But this place being taken over by Xaurips is not a great sign. What's this? An account of stock. This ledger, made filthy by dust and rot, contains records of the supplies kept within the tower. As a former waypoint between Sala's Keep and Mount Forja, the tower was often used to store raw materials mined from the Tusks. It also stored a great deal of foodstuffs for itself and the miners in Mount Forja. As the entries progress, however, there seems to be a sharp There seems to be a sharp increase in both arms and armor, as well as emergency medical supplies. The last entry shows an attempt to move as much equipment as possible out of the tower. I like when I get chat messages that say they're like likely ban evaders and restricted, so I can ban them without anyone seeing what they did to begin with. What's here?
I think they need to hire a new crew.
Yeah. Oh, there's a dead guy. Oh, a unique ring. Ring of Greater Overseeing. Plus 20% AoE damage, cool. A favorite of Braganil Academy alumni and outlaw hedge wizards alike, these rings greatly enhance spells that cover a wide area. Entire squads of soldiers can be reduced to cinders with a well-placed fireball if the caster is lucky and talented. For those less talented, the ring does wonders at compensating for an arcanist's lacking skill. Alright. There's an essence potion. There's a lot of little bits of coins on the ground. Xaurip movements. A list of dates and numbers. Upon reading through all of it, you can deduce that it's keeping track of a nearby group of Xaurips and endeavoring to make sure the writer isn't discovered by the tribe. I've suspected it for days now, but now I'm positive. The Xaurips are getting closer. Hopefully they haven't seen me and they'll just move right on by. They did not, in fact, move right on by. There is indeed animancy equipment up here. But do the Xaurips know how to climb ladders? I see an X on the map. That's not a good sign.
This kind of thing is a common sight back in Fjord, especially during thesis season.
Yeah? Paper scrap. Need to adjust the frequency on the wheat. Do we add the irrigation directly to the machines? The archives must have a record of how to use these things. Running out of fertilizer. Try beetle dung instead? Water-stained notebook. The animancy equipment I've procured from Emerald Stair is nothing short of wondrous. The people of Fjord have grown bountiful crops from nothing with these machines. Perhaps we may save ourselves from starvation and rationing yet. And the Pargrunen practiced animancy before at various points in our history. Surely Mihala will allow this. Mihala denied the proposition. She says that animancy does not support Nandru's directives, since he does not explicitly mention the practice in the oaths. Sokka, I think. It's her keep and her rules, but if we don't act now, we'll starve. I set up a small garden at the top of the ruined outpost. It's working so far. I have hope that Mihala will see reason. Mihala is a stubborn old goat. She refuses to discuss my successful experiment and said that if I continue this project, she'd have me locked away in the ash forest for sedition and treason. Let her try.
Locked up Petru in the ash forest. I hope we find him before the Xaurips do.
Oh. Where is the ash forest? Is that somewhere I already know of? I guess it's up there. Okay. So we're gonna go further north. Is there a quick way down? Oh, hey, there's a little telescope. You know, like a little pool of water somewhere. Doesn't look like it. Oh well. I mean, there is one quick way down, but it might hurt. Because there is this wall. Hey, look at that, we're out. There's stuff over there. I'll have to check that out later. I may as well continue fighting the Xaurip camp, you know? Oh, they saw me. Where you at? There you are. Yeah. Ah, damn it. Stick around.
Nice job, everyone.
Thanks. Oh, there's a party camp beacon up there. Bro got obliterated. Hold on, I don't like having that grenade out. Oh god, there's a ledge nearby. I shouldn't be dodging all willy-nilly like that. Bam. Yeah, lightning bolt. This gun does good damage. Oh, that's a spider. Well, a sand creeper. Yeah, I'm liking this gun. Quite a bit. Oh, I have minecart rail. Some Madeiran soldiers. Oh, a supply cache key. That's cool. Oh, whoops, I didn't reload. Well. Official account of explorations in Galawain's Tusks. Most of the journal is dry, academic, and excessively detailed. The last page is the only one of real interest. I'm increasingly certain that my colleague has been infected with what is colloquially known as the Dream Scourge. His speech grows less comprehensible, and I suspect I may soon need to perform a mercy killing. I pray that he will retain coherence for a little longer. However, I need him to assist me in hiding supplies in the northern reaches of Galawain's Tusks. We'll have to rappel down an opening in the terrain, and I cannot do this alone, nor will I be able to set up the failsafe mechanisms yet. Until the wood meets the water, until the water finds the roots, yours, where a signature should be, there's only a swiggle of ink like a drawing of knotted roots. So which one of these two really had... Oh, I mean, you definitely did. You also might have. Hard to say. There's more bodies over here. And... a spider.
Right behind you.
I'm gonna have to... Dang, you have a lot of health. Ah. Yeah, because I'm awesome. What the hell? That was painful to have to do in slow motion.
Nothing there. I have the shot.
Yeah, double hit. So I like the skull pattern on the back of the body. And now we are at a mild impasse, except... The hell? I missed. Oh. I got webbed and I was stuck moving slowly. You stop moving. Let's continue. They said northern, but I'm not sure if they mean like north of where we are now or just like the northern half of that lava river, which is the space we're currently at anyways. Plant. Hell.
Used to.
Yeah, I've definitely grown to like using the arquebus stun attack more than the swords. It helps that the arquebus has just a higher max damage anyways, and it can be done without having to reload the gun. Actually, every time I've done it, it only works when the gun's unloaded. Like, I keep shooting once and then doing the power attack. It's weird. Hey, dead guys. This was probably a bad place to make camp. Singed journal. A leather journal singed by fire and dusted with ash. We came to this spot in hopes of respite, but that doesn't seem as though we'll find it here. The Xaurips are relentless, following us closely enough to harry us, but never finally committing the attack. If I didn't know better, I'd say they were playing with us as they consider us sport. As if they consider us sport. With our injuries and exhaustion taking their toll, it would seem we have no choice but to stop running and make our stand. Jalid says we are as battle-ready as we'll ever be, and hope this is a simple act of putting up a defense will convince the Xaurips to turn and leave us alone. It's as good a theory as any I might have, so that is what we'll do. Well, I'm sorry that didn't work out for you fellas. But as someone who's had a bit more respect or experience fighting these things, yeah, putting up a defense doesn't seem to help. Might actually just encourage the actual attack. Much like this one that's about to happen. Ah, there was another one. Oh no. Wow. Will you leave me alone? Look, I'm trying to drink. It doesn't always work. Wow, damn it. I tried to run, but there was a... one of the huts in the way.
That's a pain.
It was. I'm gonna need to upgrade my armor. Ooh. A Xaurip collar? Well, I'm a Xaurip shooter. Die. Oh, I see a broken wall, or a breakable wall. It's a very not intact bridge right there. I don't think I can make that jump. And where are we going again? I guess everything that matters right now is to the northwest. So let's go to the northwest. Oh yeah, the party camp beacon. I forgot about that. Loser. Oh wait, loot. My beloved. Ah. Yeah, let's stop and see if I can upgrade some stuff. Oh, actually, moreover, let's see if I can enchant Heaven Strike further. Yeah. So right now I have Andra Scorn, power attacks deal moderate frost accumulation. I could make it deal high frost accumulation, or killing enemies gives me damage reduction. I'm going for the stronger of that. Similarly with the Meteor Blade, full combo attack gives the enemy minus 20 damage reduction. I could make that minus 40, or I could make it deal stun and frost, but I don't parry. So I'm doing Crashing Tide. Alright. Now, can I upgrade my armor? I need 4 Adraban. I can only make a maximum of 1. So now I need 3 Adraban. What the hell's a blood-writhed toadstool? What the hell? Well, I can make 7 of them, so I may as well. And 5 glass wood branches. Alright. Yeah. I think I made all the blood-writhed toadstools I could get. I needed to make more. I can't make any of these because, yeah. Alright, well that's all for upgrades. Unless something I deconstruct might have import. Am I going to be replacing this entirely? I think I am. I do like the ricochet, but it didn't happen to do as much damage as I would have liked, so... And I did want an ice arquebus way back in the beginning, so goodbye, one last trick. Now I need one Adrabon. Anything I can cook? Yeah. Anything I should cook? Probably not. Because I still don't know which things I haven't crafted yet, because that's not indicated on the UI.
Even though I can't use them anymore, I'm loath to give away my perfumery supplies.
Why would you have to give them away?
I fear I've lost my sense of smell forever.
What makes you say that?
Well, it's either that or you've suddenly stopped your odorous assault. One is far more likely than the other.
Well, I might have put a bit of that perfume you gave me in my pits. Just a bit.
That's wonderful news. Oh, it doesn't irritate you or anything of the sort?
Not irritated, no.
Good, I'm glad. I was a little worried about not using a seed oil base, but it seems to have smothered your scent quite well.
I just wanted to keep the animals away.
Yes, yes. Keep the animals away, not your friends, dearie. I'll make a new batch for you just as soon as I'm able.
Okay. No dreams. I see a little bit of godless architecture. I see a guy over there. Hoping he's not hostile. Oh, an illusion. I'm at that little awkward border between two zones, and I keep hearing the boom sound. Alright, you there, Aiden? Hey, fella.
Oh, a traveler. Just my luck. I've got something to ask you, though. I think I've come across the discovery of a lifetime. At least I will if I can figure out this puzzle, which I cannot. Can you help me?
You're very informal for a Pargroden. Did you just call me doll?
It's all the alone time in the living archives. You end up reading some really good books. Anyway, it's like this, though. I'm in search of an oasis of fertile land and lush vegetation. I followed the energies all across the Tusks, and I'm sure this is where I'm meant to go. My elders called it a waste of time. I'll show them. You and me, though. We'll show them you can find green in the Tusks.
Is that a euphemism?
What? I am here on very important business, you know. The texts say that there are traces still of that miraculous work and an oasis remains. Except I can't get inside. I don't understand the mechanisms protecting the inner chamber.
What do you think they mean?
I'll be honest though, I'm not very good at ancient languages. I just enjoy the ancient stories. However, activating these sigils should reveal the oasis we've been looking for.
Not sure I understand the significance, but I'll help, I guess.
If I'm right and you solve the puzzle, there won't be any need for explanations. You'll just know. I'll be waiting right here. Be sure to let me know if you find anything, all right, though?
I don't know how to feel about you calling me doll. But I'm pretty sure I could already sort of see those symbols, so I'm pretty sure it's just a matter of... Yeah, zappy zaps. What's this say? Broken fragment of an Akedan tablet. This ancient stone fragment contains rough etchings and what appears to be Akedan inscriptions. Time and have worn away most of what was chiseled on the stone. Another typo. However, it is still possible to make out a lone figure standing in front of what appears to be an altar wrapped in vines. Okay. Well, lightning gun. Just to start with. Is there... Yeah. This is probably the first, Akedan, like, or the first... Are these Akedan? I thought these were, like, Pargarunan almost, but the first time you don't see the wires, you know, because that was kind of a big deal. Oh, there's the last one. Well, there isn't an oasis indeed. That's pretty cool. Fresh brush. Oh, this thing's already open. That's weird. Fresh water. Fragment of a tablet. This ancient stone fragment contains rough etchings and inscriptions in Akedan. Time and weather and whatever destroyed the original tablet have worn away most of what was chiseled on the stone. However, it is still possible to make out a lone figure giving thanks in front of what appears to be an oasis enclosed in a cave. Neat. Is this a secret door? Well, if it is, it's more secret than I was expecting, so I'm walking away. Hey, doll.
How goes the puzzle solving?
Yeah, I solved it.
It's real then? The oasis? I can't believe it. I mean, I never had any doubts, but at the same time, I must get in there to investigate. The elders must bow to my wisdom now. If you'll excuse me.
Hey, you didn't call me doll that time. That's great. I might let you live. I mean, I didn't have a choice, but, you know, it's the thought that counts. Is that quiet enough? Has it been long enough for this to reload? Yeah. Okay. Oh, hell. For real, why are all the skeletons normal size? Die.
Take a moment, people.
I hear more skeletons, but I'm not worried about them. Oh, hey. A beacon.
Who goes there?
Hey there, fella. Hold on.
Thanks the gods. You're just flesh and blood, the same as I.
Are you so unfamiliar with outsiders that you mistook us for monsters? Also, I wouldn't say you're the same as me. I'm significantly taller.
If you spent as much time in the ashes as I have, you'd fear any strange silhouette. They come at night, you see. The blights, the whispers in the dark, the undead there in the shadow of the mountain. It isn't natural, none of it. And yet I'm made to be out here alone, with each plea for a transfer, or at least some company, denied.
Who did you... Well, no. Is there anything I should know about this ash forest as I explore it?
Don't, is my advice. My mandate keeps me here, but you? Well, it's your decision. You publicly agree with Councilman Kostya one time, and suddenly, you're a pariah forced into the wilderness alone.
They were trying to be kind, I suspect.
You have an odd opinion of kindness, Outlander. I didn't deserve this. And you know what? Maybe Kostya was correct. Maybe our oath to Nandru will doom us. Maybe we're going to die because we care more about a dead symbol than real people. Anyway, I've been talking too much. I need to return to my duty. Forgive me for cutting our conversation short.
I figure that's what all you guys do, really. Huh. I can start to see why it's
Mere
called an ash
salts.
fortress.
The cartographer should be close, shouldn't they?
We already found the cartographer. Did you forget already? Was he that unmemorable? He was robbing graves, bud. This reminds me of Rage a little bit. Like the id Software game that came out before Doom. I don't know why, just the wastelandy vibe. Look at all these melons. Oh. Ow. Whoa. You're a chanter, huh? How can you chant without a vocal cord? Rattling. Guess those guys don't like grave robbers. Too bad that's not my problem. Alright, here's the outpost in the Ash Forest. See if Petru is... Oh. Hey there.
Looks like you're lost, Amakul. No one's allowed in here. Especially not outsiders.
Your captain isn't being held for a crime, but for animancy. You fine with that?
Petru chose to defy Solace Keep.
You trust your counsel so blindly it'll get you all killed. I wish I had high resolve. Damn.
See, you outsiders and your presumptions, always thinking you know how the world works. Let me tell you a secret. I don't trust anyone. I'm just here to do my job. Get out before we use your bones to make Petru a new cage.
This doesn't need to end in violence.
No, it doesn't. But it absolutely can if you wanted to. What will it be, outsider? Leave or die?
Just be reasonable.
Asking you again. Leave or die?
Can't be serious.
Deadly serious, I'm afraid.
Oh no. Well. Shame. That wasn't even the ability I wanted to use. Thought I had a thing to summon an ally. Didn't I have... Yeah, Stoneheart. Should have been able to summon a Ruinous Blight. I was over here. I don't know why I thought it was over here. Well... Guess we're in the middle of a conspiracy. Wonder if I could just run right past them. Why is there a shield at the bottom of the screen? Measurement records. Oh. Instead of being a written record, there are a set of markings on the wall that seem to track the depth of the magma in some crude way over a number of days or weeks. Huh. That's interesting. Hey, Warden.
You're not a warden. How did you get in here?
Gods, I just realized.
Your face. You have the same features as Nandru.
Somehow you got past the wardens to find me.
Somehow.
Why? Who sent you?
Joffrey. He's the captain of the guard now. Actually, no, Mina did, really, because she was worried we didn't return.
Mina? Truly? She and the others back at the keep still hold me in their prayers? I didn't dare hope.
I wasn't sure what they had been told of my fate. Mihala ordered my own wardens to kidnap me. And here I've been ever since.
They're loyal to a fault, which ought to be the official motto of Solace Keep.
Marius, is that you?
Well, I suppose there's no reason to feign ignorance now.
Thank you. It's good to see you.
So why would Mihala do something like this?
I underestimated her conviction and overestimated her tolerance. If you've ever been to Solace, you saw the obvious. The keep is dying. Our people are starving. And if you've read my journal, you know I was trying to counteract that. To fulfill my oath to protect Solace. I wanted to use animancy as they do in Fior, to feed the ground and make things grow. To revitalize the keep. And it worked. I produced bountiful crops so quickly. Berries the size of a Xaurip's head in a few days.
No. You were imprisoned because you were trying to feed your people?
Indeed. Mihala did not see it that way. She believes animancy is a danger to the Pergrunen. I took it upon myself to try it anyway. I thought that if I succeeded, I could sway our leader. I could not. I expect I shall remain here until Mihala has a spare moment to sentence me. I'm sure the punishment won't be pleasant. Once Solace turns its back on you, there is little one can do to regain its favor. Marius knows that well enough.
Well, I turned my back on Solace. There really isn't that much of a difference.
Please, you must help me get out. Give me a chance to help the others, to feed my people. There must be a key on one of the guards. Let me out, I beg you.
Locking him away for trying to help his fellow dwarf. It's despicable.
Very well, I'll let you out. Don't make me regret it.
Gods bless you, outsider. I won't forget this.
Where will you go?
Paradise, I suppose. Where else can I go?
Thirdborn has opportunities for all people. They currently don't have the Dream Scourge, and there are quite a few job openings available for some reason.
Thank you, again. Please, take this small token of appreciation. It's not much, but it's all I have.
Nimgauth's gruesome grasp. Oh, it's gloves. These frigid iridescent scale gauntlets call to mind the auroras that dance across the skies of the white that wends, gracing those frozen plains with their majestic light. Despite the heavy leather gloves insulating the wearer from these scales, wearing them too long is a great way to cause your hands to go numb. While channeling frost-based magic through these gauntlets is a sure way to increase its potency, it may also lead to frostbitten fingers. This has plus 10% ability cast speed, plus 20% frost damage. I don't want to give up on my dexterity boost, so that'll be it for that. I'll be selling that, and I'll be unlocking all these chests. All two of them. Hey,
Hello again.
why did your belt
I wonder what
jump?
I'll be able to do in Thirdborn. I've never been to the coast. Not like that.
Okay. Dang lava rivers. Is there anything up there, actually? I see a little space to maybe get to. Nope. That is not the way up. Can I... I see icons up above, you know? Oh, here we go. Hey. Oh, hell. Oh, it was a trap. Okay, I get it. Whoops. Oops. Sorry, guys. Oh, Giada has something to say. Maybe about bringing the guy to Thirdborn? I mean, it was about animancy. Let's hope that restores health. Okay, so we've got a trapped space. Ooh, it's gold. Oh, Adrabon, I can upgrade my thing now. Oh, what? Oh. Wait, did I see something weird? Oh no, that was just the, that edge of the keep. I thought it was like a boundary or something that accidentally was showing up. Well, that's cool. Can I get up the other tower? It doesn't look like it. It's a little more overgrown, unless there's a path to the right here. Kinda. Can I make that jump? Looks like it. Hey, oh, look at that. I see the trap. I saw the gun first, and then the tripwire. What's over here? Sentinel gloves. I feel like I've gotten Sentinel equipment before. I'm not sure, though. This has a plus 15% stun, minus 50% stamina while blocking, which I don't do. In nations like Adir, where dangerous wizards are common due to the presence of renowned places of learning such as Braganil Academy, it is not uncommon for those of means such as nobles and successful merchants to outfit their guards with the best money can buy. A sentinel's job isn't necessarily to slay assailants, but to keep them at bay long enough for them to rethink their choices and flee. The enchantment on these golden bracers greatly reduced the strain of deflecting attacks, allowing the wearer to hold the line for much longer than they would otherwise be able to. Cool. I can get rid of some things. Glad I decided to roam around the side of this tower. Ah! And now... Oh, hey, there's a bounty up here. Let's go after that. Destal. Is that the Dream Thrall guy, the zombie, or is it like... It looks like something. It looks like he's right here, but he's not right here. Is he already dead? Is that his remains? I wonder how the Scorch Blight's like ice. Marius, why are you on fire? Damn it, stop exploding into more little guys. Thank you. What's down here? Fragment of star metal.
Star metal. Fortunately, the only person who know what to do.
Bomb him. Oh, that was like a third of his health. Hell yeah. That was not a third of his health, though. I'm disappointed in that one. And died. That guy just got bullied. Putrescent brain. Ugh. Though much of the creature's brain is decomposed by the time you destroyed it, enough remains to serve as proof of your kill. Cool. Also, kind of gross. We're gonna go to the archives and save the monks. But also take time to explore sometimes, because otherwise what's the point of playing the video game if you don't get to just look around, you know? Find cool stuff, or sometimes nothing. You know, that's also an option, I guess. Oh, stuff. Oh, damn it. Wow, how did that do so little damage? Well, that was it. Hey, bud, you're kind of dead. Oh, a cave. Okay, this looks like it's... Oh, there we go. I was like, it looked like it's meant to go somewhere. It's relatively linear. The Umbral Needle, huh? What is that? So, it's got restore 2% of your damage as health, Vampir's Bite, greater opening strike, plus 15% damage against enemies with full health. Okay. This obsidian dagger was forged by unknown creators using unknown but almost certainly wicked means. A sense of bloodlust and a primal need for violence all but radiates off of this cruel weapon, and a faint feeling like the beating of a heart can be felt while holding it. Blood that coats this blade does not stay warm for very long. Within seconds, all of the essence and warmth is drained from the body into the dagger and siphoned directly into its wielder, healing wounds and allowing them to stay in the fight for much longer than they otherwise would be able to. When enough blood has been spilled, the dagger's thirst can be sated, albeit only temporarily. It seems that no amount of violence will ever be able to satisfy the Umbral Needle for long. Well, what will satisfy me is breaking this thing down. For a little more Adrabon, yeah. Alright, that's good, that's good. We got more stuff and fangs. There's a camp over there. Wonder if it's from the guy that died up there. Over there.
Whoever left this camp behind also left a message.
Oh? Notice the fellow wardens. These belongings are evidence in the arrest of one Renato Varga on suspicion of theft. He is currently detained in the tower outside Solace pending further judgment. In the meantime, please refrain from tampering with the scene of the crime, Warden Gorin. Okay. So this is how we could have found it if we didn't bother, you know, exploring directly. Although it's weird in retrospect that, you know, we start down here. We go this way. The guy is right here. The bounty for it is right here. It's real easy to accidentally find this guy. But the actual clue that he's here is way up in the northwest corner of the map. That's a little strange.
Here we go.
I gotta wonder if the skill that's supposed to deal extra damage to unaware enemies is a little bugged. What I'm assuming is happening is the sound of the gunshot happens first, which triggers the alert, but then the actual damage is dealt after, so they're technically not unaware enemies, even though they really should be. I'm just saying, I should be doing more damage. Like, I did the same amount of damage to the first guy I hit as that second one, and I'm supposed to be dealing extra damage to unaware enemies. Bonk. Yeah. It was a nice one. Thank you for noticing. I appreciate that. Is that a meteor? Or is it just a piece of... Oh, yeah, you know what? That camp is right next to the graves, so it's fitting that he was grave robbing. Like they're telling the story a little bit through the world design. This looks like the entrance to the, whatever the archive, I think it was called the archives, yeah. The archives. I see some people up in front.
We must leave.
We can't. Oh no, we can't.
But Elder Grigor can't fight them.
Hey,
We must leave.
We can't. Oh no, we can't.
But Elder Grigor can't fight them.
hey. Okay. That one guy went really far away then.
They were sick.
Those worthy of a godlike. Scouts honor.
Hey, a merchant.
Ah, thank the gods. You're the first customer I've seen since this nasty business here started. Anyway, you looking to buy something?
You're not bothered by what's going on here?
Bothered? Yes. Concerned? No. I am capable of handling myself. Don't you worry. The concern's appreciated, but I've got mouths to feed. Namely, my own. We all do what we have to do. Besides, better a death that people talk about for years to come than, you know, starvation. So, care to take a look at my wares?
Yeah, what do you have for sale? That's wild, though. Threads of the Faithful, light armor I don't care about. I have a good amount of potions. I have a good amount of lockpicks, actually. Just maybe... Whoa! That sold two things at once. That was weird. Alright.
Spare the wares a glance?
No, I did.
No! Not you, Outlanders! Help us! You! By the gods, deliver us! They've gone mad. They're destroying everything!
Who's gone mad?
My monks. If they are my monks anymore, I fear they've lost themselves totally. They've changed. Their faces and hands, their screams. They're ripping our books apart.
I can forgive a lot of things, but I draw the line at destroying history books.
I've lost my monks and most of our books. Over the last several months, books about the garden were already going missing. But the Book of Oaths and the Book of the Before, we must hold on to those.
Wish I knew how to read these books. What's this about missing books?
We've had several go missing, all to do with the garden. Gods only know what's happened to them. I can't believe it's theft, but we've never lost any before. Not in this number, at least.
You know, you have like your hair on the top of your head is thinning, and it's weird. Like a guy with thinning hair looks more bald than a guy with like completely shaved head. Why are these texts so important?
The Book of Oaths is our living history, where the duty of every dwarf in Solus has always been marked. It is sacred. The Book of the Before is by Nandru himself. Every other work by him is accounted for, except this one.
And what about your monks? Do you care about them?
They are already dead. But the texts, our past and future that outlives us all, they can still be saved.
Well, I'm on it.
We recently brought the Book of Oaths to the parapet. It should still be there. And the Book of the Before should be in the main library. Now go, please. We've already lost so many precious texts.
Yeah. Hold on. Before I go in there, there's stuff to explore out here. I see this little ramp. Wait, okay, hold on. This interior isn't a separate zone. I thought it might be. It's locked, so if I didn't want to spend my lockpicks, I could go that way. But you know what? I'm sure those of you that have been watching for a while might know what I'm getting to. We've been going for about 2 hours. I want to take a break and actually take on the interior of this archive after that.